As the war clouds gathered, the Pandavas held a final council. To save the Bharatas from total annihilation, Bhagwan Sri Krishna made a momentous decision to go himself to the Kuru assembly at Hastinapura as a final messenger of peace. Then a voice spoke that shocked the assembly. Bhima, the breaker of foes, stood up, not in rage, but in fear. Duryodhana is a snake, but he is our kin. He pleaded, bowing his head. I fear the destruction of our race more than I desire war. Bhagwan Sri Krishna burst into laughter, his voice cutting through the gloom. He pointed at the giant, teasing him playfully. You? Afraid? You, who vowed to drink blood and break thighs? Do not speak like a trembling eunuch now. Rukodara, where has your fire gone? The taunt struck home. Bhima's eyes widened, his muscles swelling with sudden fury. He slammed his hand down. I'm not afraid, he roared. My arms are like maces that can crush the earth and Indra himself. I only spoke of peace for the sake of dharma, not out of fear. Krishna smiled warmly, revealing it was a test. He placed a hand on Bhima's shoulder. I know your strength, Bhima. I only poked you to ignite your fire. Destiny and human effort interact like wind and clouds. We must simply do our duty. Arjuna stepped forward, his face stern and pragmatic. He remembered the past betrayals. Duryodhana is greedy and advised by the wicked Sakuni. He will not give up the kingdom without war. Is there any point in this mission, Krishna? Arjuna looked at his palms, weighing the sin of slaughter against duty. Then he bowed to Krishna. Do they deserve death? Perhaps. But you are our well-wisher, like Prajapati to the gods. Do what you think is best. Krishna nodded, using a metaphor of the earth. A field needs rain, just as effort needs destiny. Duryodhana is driven by wickedness, but I must still try to make the rain fall, even on a rocky field. Nakula offered his diplomatic counsel. Speak to the elders, Krishna, he suggested. Vidura, Drona and grandfather Bhishma may yet talk sense into the king and prevent the slaughter. Suddenly, Sahadeva stepped away from his brothers, his voice trembling not with fear but with absolute rage. Let the king seek virtue, let Bhima seek peace. But even if you all abandon me, I will fight alone. Even if the world calls it adharma, avenging Panchali is my only truth. The roar of the men faded as a single figure entered. Draupadi stepped into the light, her hair loose, her eyes filled with a sorrow that silenced the council. One voice had yet to speak. Coming next, Draupadi speaks her heart to Krishna.